Their nanny is with them. All you have to do is show your face and give them a hug afterwards and, obviously, lie when Lola asks how she did because she's like a baby elephant on stage, bless her. It shouldn't take more than an hour of your time. It's fine, Cecile. But this is your first visit to your new home, and I'm totally invading your privacy, she protested, guiltily. I'm not that inflexible, he assured her soothingly, although he knew that he was lying out of courtesy. He had learned the hard way over his 30 years that if he didn't ruthlessly carve out the time for his art from his incredibly demanding schedule in the world of investment, he didn't get any time to do what he most enjoyed. It will be good to see the girls. If you would only agree to visit us more often. Sorry, in a moany mood here, Cecile mumbled apologetically, knowing that she was crossing his boundaries. Ruy was very much a loner who cherished his privacy, a privilege he saw little of in the real world, where he was invariably surrounded by staff. Employees waited on him hand and foot and hung on his every word, and all credit to him, he was aware that his lifestyle was far from normal. He was also rather more painfully aware that his twin brother, Rodrigo, his junior only by a matter of minutes, was consumed by envy, resentment, and bitterness that he had not been the firstborn son, on whom all Armando Valiente's brightest hopes and expectations rested. It was a terrible, ironic truth that Ruy would have very much preferred the far less demanding role of younger son and brother, and it struck him as even worse that his brother had asked him to his wedding to take place in a fortnight, and that he was dreading the event, unable to unquestioningly accept that the invitation could be an olive branch. The community hall beside the church was an old, shabby building in need of a facelift, Ruy registered. He would consider making an anonymous donation. Philanthropic gestures came naturally to a man who had never in his life had to consider the cost of anything. It would also be the first time that Ruy actually set foot in the village near the property he had bought. There wasn't much to the place, a garage, a little supermarket, and opposite the church, a pub with a big flashy sign that said it had pretensions to be something more. On his one previous visit, he had driven through the village without stopping because it didn't interest him. He had no plans to get to know anyone in the neighborhood, a decision that would protect the anonymity he treasured. There were no empty seats available in the packed hall, which suited Ruy fine. He stationed himself by the back wall, his height of 6'4", granting him an excellent view of the small stage, which was currently in darkness. Strange, plinky-plonky music notes filtered out, the kind of new age stuff that made Ruy, who liked rock ballads, wince. A low light came on above the silhouette of a woman kneeling with her head bent. Unexpected interest fired in him as the music swelled and the woman began to unfold, like a flower in one of those sped-up nature documentaries, he thought abstractedly. As her arms lifted in a fluid shimmy, she leant back, seemingly as flexible as rubber, her long hair fluttering, her small, full breasts jutting up, her body bending back in a natural curve. Ruy was riveted to the spot, only dimly aware of the children, crouched like little mushrooms awaiting their moment in the darkness to either side of her. It was modern dance, again something he had no interest in, but the innocent sensuality of her every move captured him as both a man and an artist. She slowly rose upright, hands moving like silent poetry, her grace phenomenal, and that fast he knew he had to find out who she was, knew he had to paint her. "She's a firecracker," a male voice commented next to him. "A beauty." "Who is she?" Ruy didn't know whether or not she was a beauty because her entire performance had taken place in shadow, as if she were part of the backdrop and not the center of the show, which would definitely